Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a general collective reading, okay? This could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best where it resonates and how it fits on your timeline, all right? I feel like it'll be a crime reading, but we'll just see. We'll just see where it takes us, okay? Let's see what's going on here today, guys. What's happening in the collective? The Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, someone here is very stressed out, very, very worried about somebody receiving something or some sort of money that they got or having to give something to someone, okay? It's a group of people all working together, trying to figure out a solution, okay? They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. They're nervous, they're scared. This kind of looks like a money trail with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, or they're claiming that they have something in their possession, or they have something, okay? So it's like they already got something, so then now they have to explain it away, maybe. What's the Three of Pentacles? The Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and Justice. So this has to do with a Queen of Wands in reverse and someone that is sad, upset, depressed about justice, something being made fair, something being made right. Okay, what's the Nine of Swords? Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. And the King of Wands in reverse. So we have a King of Wands in reverse here that is really stressing out about something happening at a home or a property. The Four of Cups, some sort of rejection. They're not getting something that they want. What's the Six of Pentacles? I mean, the Nine of Swords flipped over again, but... Judgment. Yeah, they're under judgment for some sort of payment or something that they received. The Seven of Cups, and they're confused. They don't know what to do. They're looking at their options. The Sun in reverse, because they don't want the truth to come out. They don't want the truth to come out about something. Yeah, tell me more about the Three of Pentacles. This is a group of people trying to figure out a plan. They need a strategy. They're planning something. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And this has to do with communication with the Queen of Cups or some sort of information, somebody coming in quickly to say something. That's their plan. That's the plan, okay? Tell me more about the plan. A main male. That's a main male's plan. And a wealthy man. It has to do with a main male that's a wealthy man. Yeah, something about money, money trails. Or something about someone's money or how they make their money. Some sort of communication with a Queen of Cups. A group of people made a plan here, and it has to do with someone's money or how they make their money or where their money comes from or something like that. The Page of Cups in reverse, feeling rejected. Okay, feeling emotionally immature, or the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. This has to do with a Queen of Pentacles and a plan or what someone was working on. Some sort of rejection or feeling rejected. Who's the Queen of Wands reverse? This has to do with a lover, a relationship, and somebody's satisfaction. Somebody getting what they want, a wish fulfillment in a relationship. Someone that is self-centered, selfish in a relationship. They only care about themselves. Yeah, there's like a big focus here on someone being ungrateful is what I feel. Or being very like self-serving or selfish, only focused on their own needs and desires. Like that is a common theme for some reason. What's justice? The Hermit. The Six of Swords. Someone is trying to get away with something here. What's that about? This could be some sort of stalking, courtship, something about a relationship. The Hermit is looking into something. They're trying to find answers to something. They're watching something. What's that about? Palm tree, stability, security, permanence and growth. Yeah, it's something about a sense of stability or money, security. Okay. Let's see. What's the Nine of Swords? A self-absorbed narcissist in the reverse. Yeah. So everybody is stressed out and worried because you're not a self-absorbed narcissist. You're not self-absorbed. You're not self-centered. You're not only caring about yourself. Yeah. And I feel like that's like a big, like I said, there's like a big weight here being put on that. Like you're ungrateful. You're self-absorbed. Okay. I feel like that's something they're trying to accuse you of. The Tower and the Hierophant in reverse. And this is a catastrophe, okay? This is a horrible catastrophe. A tower of lies coming crumbling down. And I feel like it has to do with like character assassination, all right? That's what they're so freaked out about. That's what they're so terrified of, all right? It's not what they expected. Something didn't go as expected. And they're terrified. They're really stressed out. They're terrified about their plan, about what they've been working on really hard. Okay, they've been putting a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears into this plan here. And it didn't go as expected because you're not a self-absorbed narcissist. You're not self-centered or ungrateful. And this is really stressing them out a lot, apparently. Okay. Because they lied. Because they manipulated information. Okay. Or they fabricated information. They just lied. It's false information. Or something about spying, watching. They manipulated it. The Magician. It's manipulation. This is even giving me like Photoshop, okay? Or just creating fake messages, like fake information, fake messages, doctoring things, fabricating things, forging documents, whatever. The Seven of Wands. And that's what they're trying to block now. That's what they're trying to defend. Is somebody walking away. They're trying to block you and stop you from leaving and walking away. Because of a divorce? Or what's the Hierophant in reverse? Is that corruption or is that a divorce? It's a lover. All right. So it's like a, well, is it? There's a Tower here because something is not a one-sided relationship, or is that what it is? You're not a self-absorbed narcissist. You're not in a one-sided relationship. Somebody could have said that there was a divorce because of an affair or a lover. Something didn't go as expected, though. I mean, the Lovers and the Queen of Wands in reverse, this could even be like an SEX worker. Like someone claiming that the relationship ended because of an SEX worker or because of an affair. But something didn't go as expected. Now they're stressed out and worried. Because this was their plan. because this was their plan. Their plan for what? Reconciliation? A main female. Coffin. Endings bring new beginnings. A main female and a coffin. Photographs. Documents. Pictures, documents, signatures. Paperwork. This was their whole setup here, I guess. Yeah, someone did not get stabbed in the back. Somebody did not get attacked. Somebody did not get stabbed in the back. So what's the Seven of Cups? The Five of Swords. Someone trying to win at all costs. The messages. They try to create an illusion, or now someone is confused about communication, about a message. Someone being manipulative, trying to win at all costs, doing anything to win. Or they're going to be under judgment for manipulating documents, paperwork, signatures, doing anything to win, doing anything to make sure the truth doesn't come out. Yeah, but they're going to get exposed anyways, all right? They're going to get exposed anyways for some sort of impulsive action or some sort of cheating, player energy. Yeah, this is somebody lying about what I feel like is a divorce, okay? Lying that there was a divorce because of someone having a lover or having an affair or someone being an sex worker. Like, I feel like that was the lie. Right? And that someone was obsessed and jealous and crazy and something like that. Okay, what else? Yeah, take the mask off, okay? No more pretending. No more hiding and pretending. This is what they've been pretending this whole time. Take the mask off, okay? Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, an epiphany. About somebody being imbalanced when it comes to passion. Why there was an imbalance when it comes to passion. Like, this is like your someone's sexual energy maybe, okay? So basically, yeah, they try to say that someone is like promiscuous or they're some sort of an sex worker. Time to take the mask off, okay? Now there's an epiphany about why something here was imbalanced. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now the truth is out. Now the truth is out. About an imbalance. Yeah, okay. Anything else before I get into the crime cards? The Two of Swords. Somebody didn't know what to think. People didn't know what to believe. Look, I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to be honest about what this is giving me, right? So trigger warning here for some people, all right? But if you were like a victim at some point in your life, especially when you were younger, maybe of, you know, some sort of SA, okay, then that can imbalance your sexual energy a lot. Because you might then feel like, you know, that's maybe what's expected of you, or that's what someone wants from you. Like, it's like you kind of lose that boundary, that that's something that might be very sacred, you know, or like you might, it can cause people to kind of blur the line of like what is genuine attraction and what is lust, maybe, or also maybe making you feel like if someone lusts after you, then that is attraction, or, you know, like sometimes SA, when it crosses like a lot of different boundaries, the way that some people react to it afterwards, after the fact, is that it can make you like, it kind of confuses you when it comes to like your sexuality, is what I'm getting, okay? Or, you know, what you think a partner wants from you, or what you think like you have to offer, or something like that, to maybe impress people, okay, or impress your partner in your relationship, right? So it might, what this is giving me, okay, and that's why I'm kind of like explaining this before I go into it, is that this is like a relationship where you might have like, or someone here in the collective might have, you know, maybe you, or someone did things that you wouldn't have typically done, like you wouldn't have, like it wasn't your idea kind of a thing, okay? But you did it because you felt like the other person wanted it from you, or you felt like you had to do it to kind of like keep that person's attention. You know, it's kind of like that mentality of thinking like you have to be super sexual all the time, or else, like, I mean, I'm speaking from a woman's experience, okay? I don't know how it is like for men, because I feel like that's maybe more of like the way that women see it, you know, thinking that men need a lot of like sex, okay? So some women might feel like they have to be a certain way in order to make sure that like a man stays attracted to them, basically, right? Like, especially if you're dealing with someone that is also like hypersexual, okay? And you feel like this person is very lustful, then it might affect you in that way as well, where you feel like you have to be a certain way in order to, you know, keep their attention, or it's like you start doing things that you typically wouldn't do, but you do it for them because you want them to feel attracted to you, and you're kind of confusing lust with, you know, genuine attraction. Or you feel like if you're not doing this kind of a stuff, then they'll lose attraction for you, okay? Or they'll, you know, go look for it somewhere else or something like that, right? So there's something here about maybe being called promiscuous, or maybe being called like, it's really making me feel like someone here, an outsider, a third party, trying to say that you're like, you know, you're promiscuous, or you're easy, or you're, you know, you're like very sexual or something like that. when that's not your personality, like that's not who you are. For someone here, that could have been like a trauma response of some sorts, right? Or even a sense of, I'm getting more of like doing it for someone else. Like that's not your personality. That's not who you are. It's like maybe things that you did in the past with someone that you felt like that's what they wanted from you. Okay. That's like, you feel like that's what they want from you in order to keep their attention on you or to impress them in some sort of way, right? Is you have like, especially if you were a victim of SA, then you kind of lose that boundary as to like, no, this is, I decide, right? Like I can say no to this, you know, you kind of lose that boundary, I feel. Because a part of you might feel like if you don't do it, then they won't want you anymore. Like, I don't know where that came from. That was a straight channeled message right there, okay? Because it, like, I had a hard time getting it out of my mouth, too. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, you might feel like if you don't perform a certain way or do certain things that you know they like or they want from you, then they'll lose interest in you and they'll go and find someone else because, you know, you start to believe with SA, you'd start to believe that that's like all that makes you interesting as a person, you know, maybe. I mean, not completely, but like it can place that kind of a seed in your mind somewhere really deep, I guess. Yeah, so someone here is, I guess, trying to say that there was like a divorce because of an affair or someone having a lover, or maybe they tried to say that you were like, I don't know, like a lady of the night, or you're like some sort of sex worker when you're not. That's not who you are. They're actually using like a wound or maybe even some sort of abuse from your past. It's like they're weaponizing it against you in a way. It's like a part of you that thought that this is what you have to do for someone or else they won't want you anymore, right? So it's like you're not, see, one thing that I'm trying to get at here is like whatever happened here in this situation, like whatever they're trying to say about you, this was like a, like you're not like this with everyone kind of a thing, right? Or whatever you did here in this relationship, you weren't like that with everyone. You're not like that with, you know, you're not a promiscuous person is what I'm getting at. Like you're not an sex worker, you're not promiscuous. You were doing something for one specific person that wanted this from you because maybe they had some sort of, you know, sexual desires in that direction, and you were trying to, I don't know, appease them maybe, or give them what they wanted from you. That's what this feels like. And it's kind of weird and messy then for some outside third parties to assume, oh, you must be like this with everyone, or you must just generally have this kind of a personality, when you don't. You're actually just responding to one person in your life that you feel like wants this from you, or you feel like you need to give this up of yourself in order for them to stay attracted to you. Because you want them to stay attracted to you. So maybe, you know, because of your past, you feel like if you're not constantly, you know, being like, you're not constantly giving some part of like, you know, sexual energy of yourself, then that will make you uninteresting in the long run. Because maybe there's a part of you that feels like that's what men want, or that's what women want. Like, you know, that's what they want, you know? So this feels like stereotyping. It feels like judgment. It feels like assumptions about you, saying something about you being promiscuous, sleeping around, when that's not you at all. Like, you know, this is like you could be the kind of person, like, you've never cheated on someone ever, like you never would do something, you don't jump around sexually, you don't have like multiple things at the same time, like you don't do that. Okay, even whatever this is, what this person wanted from you, it's like that, you know, you might have never done stuff like that before you met them, right? Whatever it is, like you just didn't really act that way, show off that way, you know, and then all of a sudden people are saying like you're promiscuous when it's not. It's like it feels very unique to the situation, okay, is what I'm getting at. So it's more unique. Yeah, the Four of Swords, the Empress. The Four of Wands, a home, a property, something happening at a house. Again, the Empress comes out. And a strategy, someone having a strategy here, a plan with an Empress at a home. What is that about? It could be a business, the King of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Judgment. Someone creating confusion here. Someone creating an illusion about something going on at a house. What's that? Heartbroken, being heartbroken, in grief, breakup, feeling lost, grieving and mourning. A Cupid's arrow, surprise invitation or meeting, some sort of an arrow about somebody liking someone. I like you, romance is blooming, clock, time, something about a long time. I like you, or wanting someone to like you. Yeah, wanting someone to like you, maybe. Okay, or what you did for someone because you like them. Romance is blooming. Okay, romance, want to date, fun flirting. Yeah. Love call. Yeah, this could be like even like SEXting, okay, like sexting on the phone. Choices. Okay, so again, so why is this coming out though with like you being ungrateful or being self-absorbed or something like that? I don't know. Because of the past. Because of some sort of information from the past. The Moon in reverse, something is now coming to light. There's no more illusion. There's no more secrets here. About a death. Ten of Cups. Something about family. Someone leaving something behind, leaving family behind, death. A permanent ending. Someone leaving something behind, a permanent ending. And an official person in reverse. Some sort of corruption. A false person. A corrupt person that's false. Yeah, something that you might have done while you were in grief, while you were hurt, while you were going through a breakup, while you were grieving, mourning. Like, I gotta be honest, like with love call, I like you, and then heartbroken here, the Seven of Cups, like someone could have been very confused about a reaction that you had while you were heartbroken about something, like, it could have seemed like out of the ordinary, or like not what you would expect from someone that's going through grief. But if it's something is like it was like a trauma response. Or maybe even like a lack of boundaries, like or feeling like you have to give something of yourself. I don't know, something like that. I'm not too sure about that one. I mean, I would have to reflect on it a little bit more, but yeah, text calls and emails, conversations, messages about rekindling something, transforming something, changing mind. Yeah. Unconventional string along. Yeah, this could be like sex of some sorts. I don't know. Self-indulgence. Yeah. Yeah, that's like doing it to yourself, kind of like a thing. Okay, like if you get what I'm saying, like pleasing yourself. I don't know. Why is that here? Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy. Because of paradise, enjoying each other. Enjoying each other. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Spirit is showing me this stuff. Okay. This feels like some actual trauma. I don't know. It's kind of a trigger warning here. I feel like this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people. So, okay, so what exactly are you trying to tell the collective with this? The Eight of Swords, a Queen of Wands, and someone feeling trapped and stuck, bound. Like, I don't know if this is actually a Queen of Wands per se, or if it has something to do with like your sexuality or someone's like sexual energy, like feeling bound, like something about the sacral chakra, maybe having some sort of a tie in it. Yeah. Something at a house in the past, a strategy in a home. Okay, a plan in a home, a strategy in the past. Something about messages, communication, a choice that was made with a Queen of Pentacles. And somebody having an affair. The Tower, yeah. Or somebody's, it's like sexual energy. It's like this, or it's like, maybe it's hypersexuality. Or somebody being promiscuous. Or appearing that way, but it's not, you're not promiscuous at all whatsoever. Okay, like this is like really the energy of someone who actually has like a very low sex drive, but they just feel like they have to do something for someone else. Really, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Being charmed or used, yeah, that feeling. That's where that feeling comes from, being charmed or used, and it has to do with being used for sex. That's the trauma. It comes from abuse. So, you know, that's like, you know, like even if people that went through SA, you know, even if they're in healthy relationships at some point in their life, good relationships, like where this is not happening, if a partner wants to engage in that behavior, okay, or in relations, and you as a, you know, you have gone through that abuse, you don't feel like it, you might still do it just because they want it and not because you want it. Like you might feel like you can't say no, you know, or you might feel like if you don't do it, then they might reject you and go to someone else. You know, it becomes like intertwined, like with yeah, it's almost like feeling like someone won't be attracted to you if you don't do it, right? Or feeling like they'll go somewhere else, and you know, it's I don't know, something like that. Heart with the key, yeah, love. It's like it should be love, but there's like this weird energy in the air of like feeling used. And it could be not, it's like, it's not because of the other person using you. It's because maybe someone in the collective, like maybe you don't have some sort of a boundary because it's been like overstepped so many times. Or like, especially when it happens at a young age, okay, it really distorts how you see even relationships with other people, right? Like, let's say something like this happens, like SA happens to you before you even have a real boyfriend, okay, or a real girlfriend. That'll make you feel like, as a young person, like that's what people want, like that's what it's about, kind of a thing, right? Or I don't know, it just does something to you. Like I would have to really meditate on that and think about what actually goes on, but like in someone's psyche with that, I feel like that's a really difficult one to look into, go into. Marriage, wedding rings, date, working on something with a wedding date. Wanting to work on something here, work something out with a wedding date. With a wedding date, with a marriage date. Or what is like an anniversary, or what is ascending, transcending an obstacle, preparing for union, a wedding date, a marriage anniversary, a wedding date, something about transcending the obstacle. There was no new beginning, there's no new phase. Somebody is not rekindling something. They trap themselves with a wedding date. Trap themselves with a wedding date? What? The strength. Yeah, they try to switch something around. So they tried to switch something around because they felt like they could get the upper hand, and they said something about a wedding date, a marriage date, a wedding anniversary, working on something with someone, and switched something around with a King of Cups. They switched something around with a King of Cups. A wedding date, a wedding anniversary, a date at a wedding, and somebody not choosing something or someone, and someone being blocked. An Emperor in the reverse, yeah, not choosing someone that's controlling, not choosing someone that's abusive, mean, cruel, controlling, angry, all right, a dictator. They switch something around. A feeling of being used by someone in love. soulmates, and soulmate fell right on top of the King of Cups. So someone that you might have considered a soulmate. And the reason why is that with this person, it was not about sex. Okay. Like we have an Emperor in the reverse here. So for one person here, you might have felt like it was all about sex, all about lust and, you know, having to be a certain way to keep someone's attention. And then there was another person here, a King of Cups, where you might have felt a different kind of a connection that was not about that at all, right? It was a soul connection. It was just, it had nothing to do with, you know, sexual energy. And I feel like that is what maybe made something feel a lot deeper and a lot different. Okay, for someone here. Yeah. A wedding date. Let me get one last round and then I'll get into the crime cards here. This Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords. Someone in despair about a pathway that they chose. The pathway of despair because of not getting the message, not receiving the message. Or they're in despair because these are not their messages. Again, like switching things around. Okay. No, nobody proposed to this person. Okay, take the mask off, really. Like that's like giving me my first reading from today. Take the mask off. Someone needs to, because this person did not get a ring. Okay, they faked a proposal, a wedding date. This is why they feel trapped and stuck and in prison, because they faked a wedding date or a proposal or something like that. Take the mask off. You never got a ring. You never got a proposal. All right. Not today. No, you didn't. All right. Avoiding a conversation, call person. Somebody is not even talking to this person. They're not even dealing with this person. Yet they're pretending that they got a wedding date, a marriage date. I don't know what that is. All right. Take the mask off. They're trying to avoid this. They're trying to avoid having to take the mask off. Okay. Anything else? The Nine of Pentacles, because of all this money that they got. So yeah, they're trying to create an illusion. They're trying to create confusion and an illusion about money that they got. That's the mask that they're trying to wear, okay? Yeah, but now the secret's coming out about how they try to get away with this, all right? They're getting illuminated anyways. The sun is coming out. So let's see. All right, let's see. What is this this plan that this group of people had here? Intimidation, intimacy. Intimidation or intimacy. J. Tax evasion and a case. Trying to start a case on someone evading taxes. Ketamine. Fingerprints on a letter. No, water. I. Fingerprints. Water. I. J. B, JB, JIB, somebody in law, the police, sexting. The police in law, okay, law enforcement, police, and something about sexting, yeah. Maybe water is WhatsApp. Okay, W-A-T, WhatsApp maybe. Intimacy, intimidation, tax evasion case. Yeah, tax evasion. So something about being like a street worker, something like that. Sexting, kidnapping, a cartel, and a favor. So somebody did someone a favor here. Or no, doing something for favors. In a car. Laced. Something about someone moving out. Someone moving out because of somebody doing someone favors. Set up. We also have, look, we have ketamine, laced, and water. So somebody lacing water or lacing a drink to set someone up because of a tax evasion case. And sexting. Life insurance, South America. Okay, so they strategize together to work together to lace a drink, maybe. Set something up with sexting. A cleaning service. Someone that works a cleaning service. C. Or C is the name of... So they switch something around. Okay, so the text messages with C... They switched around. JB, BJ. They switched this around. Okay, I. Text messages. And yeah, texting. D. Offer. Offering someone a favor. Street drugs. Why? What is this, like sex for drugs or what? Information, H. HDY. Information, HDY. Tax evasion case. At a hotel, information about a hotel, and a cleaning service, document, hotel documents, information in documents about a hotel, somebody doing someone a favor, offering them something, a favor. Spell work sold, something about spell work, someone selling their soul. So like what, a ritual? Information about a hotel, someone doing a ritual, a cleaning service. Confirmation. Sorry about that. Okay. Somebody trying to set someone up with laced drugs in a drink because of a tax evasion case. This has to do with some sort of sexting. So that's the plan that they had, right? Okay. A Queen of Pentacles, that was their plan. Tell me more about the plan of this Queen of Pentacles here. Somebody rejecting someone. B. J, again, JB, street drugs. JB, rejecting someone, street drugs. Favor, doing favors for drug. What the hell? Is this like BJ's for drugs? Like, you know, like you know what I mean? Like doing favors, you know, BJ favors for drugs. Police. That's what the police thinks, or that's what someone told the police. The fuck? Cocaine. Premeditated drug test, IRS. Tax evasion. Police, tax evasion, the IRS. Something was premeditated with drugs. A drug test, cocaine. They premeditated something with drugs because of someone doing BJs for drugs. This has to do with an investigation into a power of attorney. Health insurance metadata. Investigation into a power of attorney and health insurance. Metadata. The IRS, the police. Jail or prison, J. What the fuck? Drugs for BJs? Taxes? What the hell? Wiretap? Taxes and a wiretap? Wait a minute. So somebody reported you to the IRS for tax evasion, claiming that you offered them a BJ for drugs? You fucking kidding me? The fuck? Depressed. Because you're depressed? Because you're depressed? Because you're depressed. Okay. Bacteria, virus, or mold. And then they were depressed over a virus? What the fuck? Relationship, and you gave them an STD. No way. That was the plan with clothes? Okay, so basically, they went to the IRS and accused you of tax evasion to the IRS because you offered someone a BJ for drugs. That's what they said, okay? And then they said that you gave someone a virus in a relationship. Okay. And because you're depressed. Doing a favor for drugs. Okay. What else? J. I mean, what I'm also getting, like, if I'm being honest, like, you might, I mean, hold on. A relationship, a virus or mold. Yeah, I was just about to say, what else is this giving me? A relationship is like, during a breakup, you telling someone, like, I hope that, you know, next time you get your whatever. You know, I hope the next time they give you something, like I hope you get an STD from the next person, like that kind of a thing. Like you could have wished that on someone maybe, okay, I don't know, during a breakup, maybe you wish that on someone, like, yeah, I hope the next time you stick your mouth in someone's, or your tongue in someone's mouth, or the next time that you do this and that with them, like, hopefully you catch something, or I don't know, maybe you wish that on someone. Real estate. Offshore account. Offshore account. Abuse. Third party. Yeah, that could have been a reaction from like abuse, okay? Or reactive abuse. Maybe you finding out about a third party. So maybe you found out about someone cheating on you and you wish this person that, like, I guess, I mean, you didn't wish them anything nice. Okay, that's for sure. It kind of looks like you wish that they would get an STD next time they get their something. Right? You know. Okay, what else? This is a very sexual reading. Abuse, yeah. Offshore account, real estate. Abuse, real estate. Transaction, inheritance. The abuse has to do with an offshore account, a home, real estate, an inheritance, and a transaction. Abuse. Hired. Karma. Somebody falsified and fabricated something about karma. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is you telling someone that you hope that they get their karma for cheating on you, okay? You could have told them, I hope you get karma for cheating. Yeah. Like if they cheated on you and they fucked someone else or they kissed someone else, yeah, you could have had some kissing and effing. You could have had some choice words for them, you know, after finding out about that. All right, what else? A VPN. Club or bar. Yeah, somebody, they could have cheated on you with someone that they met at the club. Okay. Club or a bar, they cheated on you. Selling. Court. CSSC. Alcohol. Karma for drinking. Alcohol. Karma for drinking alcohol at a club or a bar. Getting drunk with someone at a club or a bar. SCCS. Okay. Gift or present and a restraining order. Something about someone giving someone a gift, giving someone a present, and a restraining order. Okay. Injury compensation, wanting compensation for an injury. Somebody wanted compensation for an injury with a restraining order and a credit card. Fraud, A. A is a fraud. Somebody committed fraud, A. Yes. That's the pulled in for questioning. Yes. Someone was pulled in for questioning for supporting something. Yes. The question. So I don't know, is the question yes, no, and the answer is yes, or injury and compensation. Someone is a fraud. A. This has to do with someone getting a gift or a present from someone. A restraining order. And someone getting karma for drinking with someone at a club or a bar. Maybe, I don't know, was the question like, are these messages from cheating, from someone cheating on you, okay? From someone that they met at a bar or at a club and cheated on you with, okay, yes. The answer is yes. If it has something to do with karma and wishing not nice things on someone, yes, okay. Credit card. Has to do with a credit card. And someone text messages. And again, credit card and someone selling something. or buying something with a credit card. The text messages about a credit card and somebody selling or buying something with a card. I don't know. What's that about? Someone that's retired. Stolen prescription. The text messages about a prescription that was stolen. Someone being tired. A card. Social media. F and hush money. Affidavit. Somebody wrote an affidavit about a social media profile and somebody selling something with a credit card. Stolen prescription. Stolen or a stolen credit card. Is it a stolen credit card? Selling prescription. Selling prescription, a stolen credit card? What is that about? C-O, money. Money, C-O? O-C, money. Money. F-O-C, money, disguise, costume, a costume, C-O, money and a costume, and somebody selling a prescription, throat chakra, someone who works a trade job, a mechanic, an electrician, a handyman, something that was said, throat chakra, someone talking about the mail, R, blackmail, agreement. Somebody could have stolen a credit card out of the mail. Something that was said. Yeah, trade job, a mechanic, an electrician, a handyman, or someone that's retired. So someone that used to be a handyman, maybe they're retired. So they used to work as a handyman, a maintenance worker. Okay, they're retired now though, maybe. This person could have stolen something out of your mail. Maybe they stole a credit card, okay? They made an agreement to steal your mail. That's what they're being blackmailed with, is a stolen credit card. Yeah, call the bank, okay? You might have had to get a new credit card because somebody stole your credit card out of the mail. What about this retired handyman stealing someone's credit cards out of the mail, huh? Mail! Where'd they get the credit card? Out of the mail. They stole it out of the mail. Out of the post box. Yeah. You never even seen this credit card before. It never even reached your house. So it's a credit card in a mail, in a letter, okay? And then you have someone around that stole this card out of the mailbox. You never even got this card. You might have had to order a new one from the bank. Tell the bank, credit card. Tell the bank, I never received the card. I got the PIN, but I never got the card. What? We sent you the card like 3 months ago. Oh, that's weird. I never got it. Where is it? A stolen credit card. Where'd they get it from? From your mail. That's where they got it from. Okay. Ask the bank. They know about it. Oh. Attack. Because of an attack. 7, a protective order. An attack and a protective order. So let me get this straight. Now they're going to try and get rid of this credit card that they stole out of your mail by throwing it somewhere as evidence for an attack and a protective order. Okay. You never got that freaking card, man. Canada, corrupt, coerced. Yeah, C-O-C-O-C-O-C-A-C-O. What is that? Solar plexus. The question about the security camera. The question about the security camera, solar plexus, SC, SP. The question about the security camera. The question about 3, truck driver. 3 C's, CCC, truck driver. CO, or is it cat? CA, CAT, a cat? COCA, Canada. A cat attacking someone? A cat? Attacking a cat? Custody. Caseworker. Caseworker? CA again. O. Custody. Sacral energy. Yeah, something about sexual energy as well. The Midwest. The ways, the middle, the motive behind a certificate, birth certificate. Someone was two-faced and deceptive, the law, at a home, at a property. The motive behind the birth certificate is someone was two-faced and deceptive at a home regarding the law. 3 letters. Or is it confirmation? Is someone looking for confirmation to a specific question? Throat, something that you said. Something that someone said. Throat chakra. In an affidavit. Something that someone said. Yo, I don't know why this just hit me, right? But like, I have like one significant traumatic memory from my childhood. Like when I was younger. And it has to do with like when I used to walk home from school from the bus. There was like a really steep hill, like really, really steep, right? And I don't know how old I was, but I remember walking up the street home from school or home from the bus, and there was like blood that was like running down the street, right? And I saw, like when I walked up the street, I saw that somebody had like killed a bunny, like a rabbit, and like just left it on the street. Like, I don't know why, but I just got that, okay? With throat. Like, I just saw that bunny in my mind again, laying on the street. So I don't know if it has something to do with something like that. Warning. Warning, it's a warning. The secret. Warning, it's a warning something was a secret. Judge and a doctor. Warning. This is a warning. A secret doctor judge. Oh. Why does O keep coming out? Throat chakra corrupt. Is it a cat? Is it a dog? What is it? Hush money F. F-O-O-F, hush money. A doctor and a judge. Social media, someone tried to keep something a secret here, hush money, with something that was said. Fake profile, beauty industry, online business. Okay, so they fake profile, beauty industry, online business, hush money, social media. A judge got a warning, so they tried to keep a secret with a doctor because it's a corrupt judge. Okay, a corrupt judge, right? And something about doing a favor. Ew. What the fuck? Okay, wait a minute. There's a corrupt judge that tried to keep something a secret, so they claim that you offered them a BJ for a favor? What? Detective and blood. Is it blood or is it BJ? I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I don't know. Blood, okay. 6. Money laundering, T and K. Money laundering, TK, the number 6. Yes, the answer is yes to something, okay? Mole or informant in the system here with a lawsuit. Yes, so I don't know if you're wondering, is this person a mole? Yes. Yes has come out twice. TK 6, 7, F. O, F, is a fox? Yo, my light just turned on or off in the hallway. Rabbit, R-A-B-B-I-T is 6 letters. I don't know why I'm getting like that kind of thing. I think maybe because of also the readings I've done. Like, I don't know what this is, man. Okay, hold on. Something about taxes, tax evasion, that's for sure. The IRS. Something about a detective, social media, okay? Offering something to someone as a favor. Cocaine. Money laundering. Again, the number 6. Money laundering, social media, detective, cocaine, and 6K. Or K9. I mean it's a 6, but like K9. Favor. What fucking favor? Yes. What favor? Somebody asked someone for a favor for a BJ? The fuck? What favor? Fingerprints. Tax evasion. What? Tax evasion, fingerprints, and a favor? What was the favor? An offer, H. An offer. Wi-Fi, money or paper trail. That's the paper trail or that's the money trail? There's a money trail because somebody was made an offer. They were made an offer. They were for a favor. Money trail. Tax evasion. The Midwest gang member. Something about a Google search and a property. Searching a property. Something about searching a property. Somebody was made an offer to do someone a favor and search a property because of tax evasion and money laundering. Social media detective. Okay. video about murder, weapon, violent crime, food or drinks. Fingerprints on a weapon, violent crime, food and drinks, because of a judge doing someone a favor, lying because they're lying, about a knife, weed. Yeah, I added a couple more cards, guys. Okay. Organized crime, because they're lying about weed and they're lying about a knife. And fingerprints. And doing someone a favor for cash. L. Pressing charges on someone. The IRS. They lied to the IRS about tax evasion so that somebody would press charges on you because of a money or a paper trail. So they must have an inside man then at the IRS if they can lie and then get you in trouble for tax evasion and money laundering just to have someone put on the case. Detective, social media, lying to the IRS because of something on social media, a detective pressing charges because of a favor, asking someone for a favor, income garnishment and a pregnancy, okay? They want some sort of an income garnishment because of a pregnancy. Courts, something about court, something about injury compensation, somebody wanting compensation in court for an injury. Protective order attack. Oh, something about an attack. Okay, somebody was attacked, some sort of an injury, a protective order that went through court, compensation. What the hell does that have to do with tax evasion and somebody doing someone a favor? Or did they ask the judge for a favor to put something through court? A judge asked a detective for a favor, or a judge asked the IRS for a favor, or the other way around. So the IRS and the judge doing each other favors with a protective order and tax evasion. Okay, what I feel like is actually going on here is that someone asked, maybe the judge asked the IRS for a favor, which would be maybe some sort of an income garnishment in order to cover up some sort of files from a court case pertaining to a compensation or an injury or something like that. It's making me feel like somebody asked another government agency for a favor with sealing files, like making sure some sort of files stay sealed. Okay. E. Because somebody made a false statement. This could even be with an affidavit, like somebody making a false statement in a testimony, and they want these files to be sealed, like even the statements, the witness statements and all that. So they gave it to the IRS, or they reported something for tax evasion, and the judge gave the IRS all of these files to seal them. Hospital. S, to seal them. To seal them, S-E. To seal all the false statements. In the investigation, nudes. Investigation into vacation and nudes. Yeah, and that's where we come in with this information that I was getting while I was doing just the normal tarot. Something about like sex trafficking or some sort of promiscuous something in a relationship, right? Third party. Local, a local animal or pet. a dealer and close, or close, like not close like this, but to close a case. The deal to close something, the deal to seal something for an investigation, the false statements that were made. So it looks like the IRS and a judge made a deal with each other. They did each other a favor to seal files. Game over VPN. Game over VPN or game over IRS. All right, I don't know. Computer or laptop. Something with 3 letters. IRS, or is it the IRS, or is it CPS? A judge. Something with 3 letters. And CPS, maybe. K, organized crime. CK, organized crime. Because of fingerprints, pregnancy. Because of fingerprints and a pregnancy. It has to do with how they sealed these files. Okay, so it took me only an hour to get to this point, okay, but now we're making progress. So this is about how they sealed the files. That's what you're trying to tell us about, okay. All right, so how did they seal the files then? Because that's, I guess, the information that you want to talk about. How did they seal these files? Trace back. Because they knew something could be traced back. No. W. No. That's not what you want to talk about? W or M? No. No what? C. No C. S. No CS. So something can't be traced back. So you can't trace something back, or something can't be traced back. CS. That's what they didn't want traced back. F. Because of an addiction. F. Because of FA. Because of the IRS. Because of the IRS, the question. Two-faced and deceptive. Motive, beauty industry. What was their motive here? The beauty industry. Betrayal, possessed by a demon. Blackmail. BB. What was the motive? BBB, beauty, blackmail, betrayal. What was the motive for B? Or B was the motive? B was the motive? Oh, pressing charges. What was the motive for someone pressing charges? Or what was the motive to seal the files? What was the motive for what? The IRS. What was the motive for the IRS? To get the IRS involved and to... Well, I don't know what came first. The motive is the IRS. The wife, Wi-Fi, FI, tax office. It's the tax office. What is the motive for the IRS and the tax office and saying somebody is evading taxes? Because they don't want something to be traced back. BBB and some sort of sealed case files that something about a judge. They're doing a favor for a judge or someone in the court system. SEX, screenshots. Screenshots with SEX or sex or an offer, a favor, whatever that is, okay? Social media, P. CPS, a witness. Hacker, crown chakra, a witness. They have sealed all of the files of the witnesses, because it's not just real witnesses, it's also fake witnesses, liars, hackers, liars, fake witnesses, stalkers, Russian stalkers, Russian hackers, Russian stalkers, fake witnesses, prosty, pharmaceutical drugs, and saying something about someone being a prosty for drugs or offering up sex for drugs. So who's the fucking fake witness that claimed this? This is how they got a tax evasion case on you? Some liar coming forward as a fake witness claiming that you offered yourself up for drugs? Premeditated. Taxes. This tax shit was premeditated. Tax evasion, lie. B. Who is B? Who is B? I feel like B is a person. Who is B? 7, alcohol. Alcohol, and 7. To lie, because they lied about a protective order. No way. Because they lied about a protective order. And alcohol. So because someone lied about a protective order, they lied about a court case, an injury and compensation, and an attack, they asked the IRS to do them a favor and start a case on you for tax evasion so that they can have all of the court files moved out of the courthouse and sealed with the IRS. Cocaine, money or paper trail, that's where they went. That's where it went. That's the paper trail. That's how they moved the paper trail. Manipulation, by manipulating. Dirty official, with a dirty official that manipulated it, okay? So a dirty official moved the paper trail and the money trail over to the IRS. A husband, emails, cover up. Yeah, to cover up all this shit, okay? So something can't be traced back. Driving by. Covering up someone driving by somewhere. P. Yeah. Oh, that was close to the candle. Geez. IP address. Crime. A crime at an address. Someone driving to an address. A crime. IP address. Driving to an address because of a crime. Police. Okay. Because of the police driving to an address because of a crime, they had to cover up all of the court document because they didn't want to hand it over to the police. Because they didn't want to have to hand over all of the files to the police or something like that. So they asked the IRS to do them a favor and seal all of the court documents so that they wouldn't have anything. Okay. And something about drugs. Something about street drugs. Drug test, D. D. Something about drugs, D. Or it's the place. It's the place. D could start with a D, drugs. Or it's a name. Someone's name. Okay, so that's what you were trying to tell me about this whole time. Okay, so whatever that was with the sexual energy at the beginning, that seems to be tied in with the trafficking, or somebody saying something about you selling yourself as a prosty for drugs or something like that, or that's what they try to say about you. They try to say you're promiscuous. Yeah, they were a false witness. That's what they were. Okay, and closing words here. What is the IRS? What are they hiding? What is the tax office hiding? The IRS. They have these files. Compensation attack. Why did they launch a tax evasion case against you? To cover this up. Compensation attack. The courthouse had them seal these documents or these files. L. Identity fraud. 4 letters, 4 numbers, 4 letters, 4L, 4L. Robbery, meeting. They claimed that something was stolen during a meeting. Offer, no, it was not stolen during a meeting. Robbery. No, it wasn't. It was offered to them, or somebody offered something to someone. The credit card. IL, credit card. They had a meeting about someone committing identity fraud, wanting compensation for an attack. IL. IL. A prescription. G. LIG. V. A husband that manipulated something, or someone that manipulated something about a husband. Crime. Lying about a crime. Okay, they lied about a crime. They manipulated something about being a husband, or someone's husband manipulated something by lying about a crime. VIL, LIV, G. Giving something. Give. That somebody gave something to someone. A hacker, Russia. A Russian hacker. Hacker Russia. A Russian hacker. Corrupt. Someone was corrupt. Money laundering. Beauty industry. The choice. Sex. The choice to say something about money laundering and sex. Using a Russian hacker. They used a Russian hacker. Fraud, to commit this fraud. And now they're going to get bad news and karma for pictures and text messages. Oh, so how did these people get your pictures? Like what? Your nudes? Like your intimate pictures? Okay. How did they get these pictures? And how did they get all of your text messages? Oh, you know, just a Russian hacker. Just a Russian hacker. Okay. And now they're going to get karma for a Russian hacker here because they've hacked your text messages and your pictures. And they didn't want this traced back, that everything that they have is a Russian hacker that hacked all your shit, hacked your email, hacked your phone, hacked your everything, okay? Compensation judge, all right. A fake case. And then they gave it to the IRS to seal all the documents because of a Russian hacker. A Russian hacker, okay. A husband. Pictures. How did someone get G? Because of someone's husband. Pictures. G. Because of the pictures. Oh, the pictures that were being sold. Oh, they were being traced back to a Russian hacker. Or something with G. Injury. STD. Murder. STD. Claiming that someone was injured. Yeah, they wanted compensation for an STD. After you were what? A prosty that gave them something? Wow, that was the agreement. That was the agreement for what? Binding insurance. To bind something. That was, yeah, to close something. To seal something. Selling to seal something because of what happened at a property. The South. Cyber stalking. That's the sign or the... How did they burn and destroy the files? Ask the IRS. Ask the tax office how they did it. FI. Ask them. That's a sign or message. Ask them how they burned and destroyed all the case files. Ask the IRS. They have a friend who's a judge, or they have a friend who works at the court system. Yeah, that's how they got it. Tax evasion. Claiming tax evasion. Something about someone being injured with an STD. Okay, because they said something about you being a prosty that's offering yourself up for drugs, I guess. So this is how the IRS stole all of the files, or they had them all sealed and then burned and destroyed them. Cyber stalking, sealed them. They had them sealed with frozen money or assets. So they put an income garnishment on your account. They froze your money and your assets. And this is what they did in order to get all of the files from the courthouse, okay, from the judge. This is how they stole them and burned and destroyed everything. So where are all the case files? Ask the IRS. Will. Lawsuit. Prostitute. The IRS. Prosty. Where is everything from the lawsuit? Ask the FI. Ask the IRS. Ask them. They have it. Alibi. Because of an attack. Because they needed an attack for an alibi, or they needed an alibi for an attack. Excuse me. They needed an alibi for an attack because they lied about an attack and it was identity fraud. Okay. Wow. Burned and destroyed all the case files on that one. Okay, the IRS did that for them. So what now? Oh yeah, it was premeditated, definitely. Somebody's name could have 4 letters, or something has 4 letters. Premeditated. Throat chakra. To keep the money a secret, they stole it. They stole it. D. 4 letters. D. 4D. G. The South. Injury. Whatever that is. DG. Binding pictures. They bound the pictures. This is how they bound all the pictures. They sealed all the pictures off. Wow, a smoking gun. The smoking GUN here is the number 9 and a broker, the middleman. South America. Wire, no wire. IR, wire, BR, BB. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. The money, yeah, okay, the money, that's where it is. AI or ChatGPT. 3 letters, GBT, money, IRS. Where is it? Hey, can you do me a favor? Hey, can you do me a favor? Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you destroy all this evidence? Yeah, no problem. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's just see maybe who's involved, okay? November, a Sagittarius, September, a Gemini and May, a Capricorn and a Libra, and October, March. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.